Hey YouTube. This is Gothic King of with my video. Now it's come to my attention that a lot of people want tobacco banned and energy drinks. You want to say to that? Fuck that. You know, it's ridiculous. It really is. Because, my pipe. It's a Dr. Cabot Grand Duke. Fishtail, smooth finish billiard. It's my pinky. You know. But here's the thing. Okay? There's one thing positive. It helps people be healthier because tobacco and energy drinks are bad for you. But just at least 5 negatives. 1, it pisses a lot of people off who enjoy them, myself included. 2, it puts people out of money and out of work because a lot of people make those. 3, it hurts our economy because those are multi-billion-dollar industries. And 4, it's taking our freedom away. And 5, it's just downright ridiculous, because what's next? Fast food, you know, because fast food's bad for you. You're going to start banning fast food too. Oh, and the 5th thing, because really, honestly, can you imagine going to jail for smoking a cigarette and drinking an energy drink? I mean, how fucking stupid would that be? People are wasting money to make bullshit laws because they're trying to control us, if you will. Now, granted, we have the right to be unhealthy if we choose to, you know? So who are they to say that we can't smoke and drink energy drinks? You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I think it's kind of ridiculous, actually. It really is. I mean, if you think about it, just think about this for a second. One positive, it helps people be healthier, but like 5 or 6 negatives. I mean, there are people in jail for smoking pot and a cherry cigarette. And there are people in jail who should be in jail, like necrophiliacs, cannibals, and homicidal and rapists and maniacs who should be in jail. But rather than put them all in jail, you're putting more jail space is taken up for minor petty things which shouldn't be a crime to begin with, like pot possession and cherry cigarettes. Picture, if you will, okay, walking down the street, smoking a cherry cigarette, the cop pulls him over, finds a pack of cherry cigarettes on him. Guy goes to jail for it. While being searched, they find a small ounce of chronic on him, a small ounce of marijuana. And he goes to jail for that. Now he's in jail. A bunch of skinheads next to him are in jail for killing homosexuals and just sadistic crimes and whatnot. One guy goes, "What are you in jail for?" Or, you know, the pothead's like, "What are you in jail for?" And the guy looks at him and says, "I'm in jail for killing a faggot and gutting his innards out, etc., etc." It's really gruesome crime. He's like, "Oh crap." And the guy turns to him and says, "What are you in jail for?" And he goes, "Oh, they busted me with pot and a cherry cigarette," and he's gonna get his ass laughed at, because honestly, I think it's ridiculous. Especially if the guy's 20 years old and he pays his taxes, etc., etc., etc. A law-abiding citizen who happens to choose to smoke pot and cherry cigarettes. So rather than use that money, you know, that both marijuana and flavored tobacco can gain for our economy to help fund our schools, they waste it by busting people for it. So, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. So, yeah. Especially when they say it's like, the reason behind it is that they want kids to smoke. Well, fuck that. It's not going to get kids to stop people from smoking. Like in New York, you cannot smoke anywhere inside. So you all have to go outside to smoke. Okay? Because they want kids exposed to secondhand smoke. Well, it's a good intention, but here's the thing. All you do is move the secondhand smoke outside where kids walk to and from school every day, etc., etc., and piss off a bunch of smokers. That's all you did. 1 positive, potential positive, and like 2 negatives, you know? So I think our government needs to pull their heads out of their asses, drop the ban on tobacco, and legalize marijuana for recreational purposes, because this is ridiculous. It really is. For example, I was watching a marijuana documentary on TV, and this little county where the tobacco and alcohol factories had shut down, they're trying to make money by selling and growing pot. People they weren't allowed because pot's illegal there, and they're paying people $800 an hour to destroy their marijuana gardens. Money they don't have. They could be using that marijuana to make money to help fund their county because their county is dirt poor. So, yeah. I think it's kind of sad, actually. They waste money to try to help, but they only make things worse. You know, typical government, right? See, if I was president of the United States, I'd work to get marijuana legalized completely, no bullshit. Drop the ban on tobacco, and legalize gay marriage. Because homophobia is about the stupidest thing compared to pot paranoia. Pot's not a drug, it's a fucking plant. You plant it and it grows, okay? Seriously. Maybe the government needs to go to fucking Amsterdam, go to California and smoke some weed and chill the fuck out, because that's honestly ridiculous. You know, it really is. Because, it's kind of sad, actually. All this potential money saver, and we're always bitching about our economy sucking, blah, fuckity, blah, blah, blah. You know? And we continue to make stupid laws that only make our economy worse, because instead of saving money, we're wasting it to bust people for petty crimes who shouldn't be in jail to begin with. So I think it's kind of ridiculous, actually. No, I've never smoked pot, but I also advocated it. When just let's say I was shooting fucking aspirin. You take 13 aspirins, you die. You can't overdose on pot. It's a fact. So, I don't know, you know, I just think that maybe our society needs to pull our heads out of our asses and stop bullshitting with ourselves, because you got law-abiding citizens who choose to smoke pot because they want to relax, because life fucking sucks sometimes, you know, and they go to jail for it. When they're in jail for minor pot and cherry cigarette possession, when the guy next to them is in jail for homicide, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of ridiculous. So instead of wasting your jail space for people who do nothing more than choose to smoke pot on occasion, and maybe a cherry cigarette to go with it or whatever, fill it up with people who actually need it, like hardened criminals, you know, murderers, etc., etc. So yeah. Government sucks sometimes. The fact that Barack Obama helped sign a bill to ban these cigarettes makes him a hypocrite because he smokes. He says, oh, I quit smoking. Bullshit. Okay, I'm not stupid. You can't quit smoking that easily. So, yeah. Especially when you're the president of the fucking United States of America. It's gotta be a stressful job. And people smoke to relieve stress. So there you go. And Barack Obama said he's tried pot once. So he knows what it's like to get stoned. So why doesn't he help legalize? You know? The best he did, though, was decriminalize people who have medical marijuana licenses in medical marijuana-friendly states. He had a speech, started off saying, okay, it's time to talk about pot, and people got all excited because he's going to announce legalizing it. He said, well, I'm going to decriminalize people who have medical marijuana licenses in marijuana-friendly states. So if they were to be raided by the House, they can't be confiscated or go to jail for it because it's a medical condition or whatever. That's somewhat okay, I guess, but tough shit for people who need to medicate and don't live in a marijuana-friendly state. So, yeah. So what do you think about the government? Honestly, what do you think? I think it's kind of stupid that the government tries to do this shit to us. Or, you know, their intentions are good, but one supposed intention and like 5 or 6 negatives to go with it, you know? Now, being a congressman or making laws isn't obviously an easy job, because a lot of people, you can't please everybody, obviously. But it would make life a lot easier for a lot of people if you just drop the ban on tobacco and educate kids more on the dangers of smoking. And if they want to smoke when they're of age too, that's their right, you know. Stop persecuting smokers for being smokers. So what's next? Persecuting fat people for eating? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there you have it. Think about that for a second. So honestly, I think it's kind of sad to see our government just fuck with us. Otherwise, I shouldn't complain. Our country's pretty free compared to most countries. So if your state decides to vote on legalizing pot, vote for it. And maybe if we're all stoned, we won't be so pissed off at each other all the time. You ever think of that? Yeah. Think about that for a second. You know, because honestly, I do think that our society could be better if we just fix a couple of things. Like the gas crisis, for instance. They should clone the oil they find in the ground to make more of it. That way people know oil fields can keep drilling to make more for cloning. Because people say, oh, if you just clone it all, people who drill for it aren't going to have jobs. Well, then keep both. Have it as an option. You want the cloned oil or the real oil. It's the same freaking thing. Or then keep drilling so you can make more cloning it, and then supply for gas goes up, demand for it goes down, and gas will be cheap. So yeah, legalize pot, make gas cheap, drop the ban on tobacco. Because honestly, our economy does suck sometimes, but we have ways to make it better, but instead of making it better, our government makes it worse. Much fucking worse. You know, it's bullshit. And the anti-smoking ads. Okay, I know smoking's bad for me, but I don't give a shit. I still choose to anyway because it's my right and I enjoy it. So, fuck off, you know? It's like, okay, so what? You eat at McDonald's every day, you get really fat, you're not prosecute me for being unhealthy, you fucking hypocrite. McDonald's is the worst food you can eat for you. I mean, it's really bad for you. You've seen them supersize meat. If you've seen supersize meat, you know it's bad for you. Fast food is bad for you. So like I said, if you're gonna persecute me for smoking and kind of persecute you for being fat and eating too much, you know what I'm saying? Somebody just shut the fuck up and chill out, because honestly, you know, our society can be better, but government makes it worse sometimes. Although I shouldn't complain because we're pretty good in America, just a couple of things that are wrong, but no society is perfect, you know? But I know that people in Japan have nothing right now, so I can't complain about the government and the minor problems they fuck up our country with. But all the same, if you're ungrateful, don't be ungrateful for the shit you do have in your life, because it could be worse. You could be in Japan right now where you have nothing. And talk to your congressman about legalizing and dropping the ban on tobacco and legalizing marijuana and whatnot, because I think we could be a better society if we just want to chill the fuck out and not be so fucking stressed out all the time, you know? So, yeah. Oh, if you like the music you're hearing right now, it's the song before that was the Graveyard of Insanity. The song you listen to right now is a message from Laura off my CD, The Highway of Life. It's not available yet, but it will be soon. And if you like what you hear right now, you might like the CD splits of my Train Darkened Days that I have available for purchase on iTunes, so checking them out. Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's alternative metal, basically. But more technically, the metal I made on iTunes is black metal, goth metal, hip-hop rap with traces of techno mixed into it. It's pretty cool. The links for it are in my About Me page on my YouTube channel homepage, and when I get the Highway of Life posted or on iTunes, I'll post a link for it, make a video about it and whatnot. So yeah, there you have it. You know? I mean, what isn't bad for us these days? I mean, I've heard that if you drink too much pop, you can get cancer. What the fuck? So, yeah. So if the government tries to control everything and take everything that's bad for us away, one positive, it makes people live longer and healthier, but about 5 negatives. It pisses people off who enjoy those things, puts people out of work, hurts our economy, and you go to jail for doing that shit when it shouldn't be illegal to begin with. And you filling up the jail cells for people like that who don't need to be in jail because they're law-abiding citizens. So, yeah, there you have it. Well, 2 cents on the whole thing. So if they do, they will not ban tobacco and energy drinks, obviously. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. But they should at least put a Surgeon General warning on them, so that's fair. You're not taking them off the shelves, but you're also warning people of the dangers of them, you know, because they couldn't ban them. They make a country way too much fucking money to do so, and that hurt our economy in the extreme if they did. But if they made our economy better, they just drop the ban on tobacco and legalize marijuana. That would be a lot better than persecuting people for using the tobacco that's supposedly banned. I mean, wow. And if you think about it, the prohibition on alcohol didn't work, and this tobacco prohibition isn't going to work either. Eventually it'll drop. So, yeah. You know? Ridiculous. Want more awesome guitar playing? Check out my channel and see what you think. This is Gothic King Cobra 52 with my radio. Thanks for watching. Yeah!